Hello, and welcome to the silly and craziness that is my life. We're not fancy, huh? Sneak peek into my everyday life of being a mom and a wife. I'm Heather. My husband is Brent. Yeah, that's Daddy. Yeah, you're a good video maker too, huh? Yeah. You like making videos? Let me know what you want to see in our videos and we will gladly add it for you. Hello. It's pretty hot in our house today, so let's take a nice cool bath. And some of you were kind of curious as to how I just set the bath. There's nothing really special to it. I'm just sitting here on the toilet, and he goes about his business, and then I usually sit right about there when I wash him. He does the rest. Can I help you a little bit? Huh? Can I help you? Just a little bit? Yeah. Wash your face. I have red hair now. Yes, I have red hair. It's very bright. Deal with it. I love it. It makes me smile. It makes me brighter. It makes me a beautiful flower. I don't know. Mommy and Seth. Mommy. Where's Mommy? Oh, really? You hear the choo-choo? Daddy's at work. It's just Mommy and Seth all day. Daddy is at work all day. And then he comes home at 4 o'clock. Enjoy! Enjoy! Honk honk! Choo choo! Is that the Playland train? Yeah. Who is that? Sully! Where's Boo? There she is. Is she laughing? L is for laughing. A fun thing to do. That's an octopus. Don't think he has a name. Boo! Watching Blue's Clues?
Okay, Blue. Open the comes everyone on well.
Oh no! Oh no! You're so scary! How long are you gonna do that before you throw up? Oh! Oh! Oh, help! Don't hit Mommy. Where did you go? Boo! Where did you go? So I'm still in good spirits though, huh? Yeah, you got pen on your face. Did you see that? You're a little cheeser. You're funny. Even though you're sick, you're still silly, aren't ya? In case you're wondering what he's doing, me and him like to go back and forth and go like this. Blink our eyelashes really fast, but he can't quite do it as well as you would hope. So that's what he's doing. He doesn't have an eye problem. He's just being silly. Push me down. Oh. Help me up. And then push me down. Help me. Yeah, Daddy's getting the boxes. There we go. Jump. 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 Seth, you gotta move. Jump. Somebody is not eating. Hey, you! How come you're not eating? You were earlier, though, huh? This is my buddy!
Yeah. What's out there? What's out there? Mouse. No.
He wants to!
No!
Boo! 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 What should I do with my bangs? I really don't do it alone. I've got Brent, my husband. Brent is an amazing help. I wouldn't be able to get by during the day without his help. He helps with the baby a lot. He helps with chores a lot. He is my transportation since I do not drive. I know how to drive, I just do not because I do not have a license at the moment. I need to get me an Illinois license so that I can be more free. But yeah, Brent is an extreme help. So I don't do this mom and wife thing on my own. I don't live in the 1950s. I don't do the wife works in the home and takes care of the kids while the husband works. I don't do that. That's not how we are. If you live in this house, you help out. I didn't care. I have a son. His name is Seth. Hi. Can you say hi? Say hi. Before him, I was pretty selfish. I was pretty lazy, you know. I had no ambitions in life. I took advantage of Brent a lot. I let him pretty much do everything around here, you know. I was just pretty much a fat, lazy, selfish slob, and, you know, I'm not proud of that. I've changed my ways since then, dramatically, but it seems like when he was born, everything just flipped around. What are you doing? Choo-choo! We're waiting for the choo-choos. I see you. Realized the choo-choo was coming, so we gotta go down to the corner. Watch the choo-choo. Seth, what'd you find? Train. Yup. There it is. All the way down there. Seth, where's the moon? Up there? What is that?
Down.
Huh?
Down.
Want it to come down? Clean up, everybody everywhere. Don't sharpen your claws on a book.
Get your toys, bud. I think you had enough thing in there already.
Yep. Then you call somebody. Call room service. Room. And there's me. Hi. Yep. So that's our room for the night. So what do you think about the fact that we have been married for 4 years now?
4 years? Where do you get that number from?
I pulled it out my ass.
Awesome. You got anything else up there?
I don't know. I'll have to look.
You can bend that far to look up there?
Yep.
Neat.
I'll use a mirror.
That works too. We don't really have that many mirrors, so.
Well, what do you think about the fact that we've been married for a while?
When did we get married?
Stop being difficult.
Why would I do that? I'm never difficult.
Oh, man.
I gotta go inside now.
Oh. That's my husband. That's what I've been married to for 4 wonderful, interesting, amazing years.
Now we wait for your ball.
We are getting ready to drive like 45 minutes away from Galesburg to Rock Island to go pick up the U-Haul. The Rock Island U-Haul. So we can go pick up the dang old U-Haul. Yeah, you had birthday cake for breakfast. Raisin biscuit. And did you have potatoes? We finally got the U-Haul. It's moving day. This is the last day you're gonna play in this room. Did you know that? So you're gonna get a new room. We lost Oswald this morning. Just the stress of the idea of moving and his whole world changing and whatnot. He stopped eating. And then he stopped drinking. And then he stopped living. So we have that to deal with now. Seth's last time out in his room until he gets a new room. And then he gets timeouts in that room. Good job. Are you hold the door?
Should we just get rid of the dishes we have there?
Where are you going? See you soon. Hold the door. So here we go.
I can't really speak on it, but
We're getting on the road, huh, buddy?
themselves because, you know, if
Yeah.
yes.
Are we in the big truck? Yeah. Daddy in the big truck. Is he driving? Seth driving? Where's our van? Where's the van? Behind the big truck?
What'd you make one? Boat! No, that's my boat! My boat! It's my boat!
Delilah. Delilah.
Try one more time. Look at that bouncy thing.
Boom! I got you!
Probably like Chuck E. Cheese. They have lots of machines.
Living here in Minnesota versus living in Illinois. Some people were wondering what the differences were between here and there. And is life easier? Is life harder now that I am living in Minnesota compared to living in Illinois? It's definitely a lot more active now that we are in Minnesota, but for the most part, that is a good thing. We are more socially active. There is a lot more to do for everybody, basically. You know, as you may have noticed, we're always doing something somewhere. There's always an event going on. There's plenty of places to take kids on a regular basis. Plenty of parks, plenty of fun places. There's even a children's museum, you know. There's just lots of options for kids and families. And there is quite a bit of better options for adults. We've gone to a lot more concerts and shows. There's a lot more events for adults going on here and there as well. In Galesburg, I was a nothing. I was doing nothing on a very regular basis. It just kind of seems like I was useless back then, but now I feel completely rejuvenated. I'm a whole new person here. I keep the house clean, not spotless, but it will never be spotless because nobody's perfect, but I am a lot more active in keeping the house clean than I was in Galesburg. Since we do have a washer and dryer for our clothes and a dishwasher on one level, it makes things a lot easier for me, so I'm a lot more capable of doing things for myself and for my family. So I would say moving here has made things a lot easier and a lot better. The only real issue, I guess it could be, is those things back there. You know what I'm looking at? The stairs. In our old apartment, we didn't have stairs, and now we do. And even when I want to go to the bathroom, I have to use the stairs. So, in a way, it is a good thing because I get a little more exercise just going to the bathroom. But in another way, you know, it's a lot more activity for my little body, but after a while, it was something that I got used to, and it wasn't that big of a deal anymore. So, yeah, long story short, moving to Minnesota versus living in Illinois is definitely a better situation. Where are we?
Burger King.
Burger King.
Yeah.
What did we eat?
Yes.
Did you have a nice time at Burger King?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Hash browns.
Eating hash browns?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boo!
Ah! Mom, did that?
Did I scare you?
Yeah, we're not playing hide and seek.
We're not playing hide and seek?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do karate when you turn 4? Yeah. Yeah, how old are you now?
10.
You're 10?
No.
How old are you?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Can you put this on my neck?
No, it's for books.
It's a book.
Yeah. It's a bookmark.
A bookmark.
Yeah.
Is that a bookmark?
Yeah.
No, he's not in there again.
Is that in there?
No. He over here.
He tricked you.
He over here.
Hello. Today is going to be another one of those truth videos. And today is going to be on the way we keep our house, the status of our house, just how we keep house, basically. And if you ask a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people, whether it be in person, via video, or in pictures, we should be calling DCFS. Because the way we keep house, if you ask some people, is a danger to the child here. It sounds like we're living in shambles. Our house is constantly a disaster. It's always smells, it's always disgusting, there's always food and trash and everything all over the place. It's never picked up. It's always gross and nasty and messy. And that's comes from close friends and family a lot of times. This is what my house looks like 90% of the time. This is a good day for our house. Here you go. Are you ready? Here's the kitchen. We've got clean laundry, and then Brent's work laundry is sitting on the floor. So you have to wash that separately. And there's dishes in the sink that need to be put in the dishwasher. And that is because I am lazy. And I just don't feel like switching dishes all the time. So they'll get done just when I feel like it. Look at the dining room. Seth's breakfast. There. That's his decision. There's no food and junk on the floor. Ed, you come over here. Ed, what's on the floor? But a kid! I had this cleaned before Seth went to bed. But now, what's all over the floor? Here is the status of our house as of right now. This is what we call good enough. The people that do come over, they truly don't care what it looks like. They're not worried about the status of our house. They're worried about the status of us. Oh no. There's a fuzzball on the floor. But I know a lot of people do have little ones, and they do keep house better than I do. But other people have higher expectations than I do. I honestly don't care if the house is a little messy, if it is a little dirty. I just don't care. I would rather be having my time with this little guy. So very sorry that my house is not to your expectations. It's not high up there in La La Land. Everyone is different. And everyone has different opinions and different views and different expectations in life. And it would just be a whole lot different of a world, a fantasy world, if you will, if people would just accept the differences in others. What do I do all day? Since I stay home with Seth, a lot of people probably assume that I am bored a lot since I don't get out of the house much. I am home with Seth 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I don't drive. I rely on others to take me places since I do not drive. So that must be a pretty mundane existence, right? Probably for normal people it would be. But I'm not really a normal person, so it doesn't bother me that much. Because we don't really need all the stuff that we have, so I try to get rid of it as much as humanly possible. For the most part, I am a homebody, so I prefer to be at home with my family and my friends if they so choose to come over. I like what I do. I chose this lifestyle. The time, that doesn't work for everybody, but it works for us. Say, what do you say?
Goodbye.
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 I am not a perfect mother. I will never win Mother of the Year award. A lot of people enjoy telling me what makes me imperfect, what makes me a bad parent, whether it be through their words or through their scoffs of disapproval. What are you doing back there?
I got back.
Yeah, according to a lot of people, the way that I parent will give me a very unhappy, ignored, deprived, sheltered child. He will never be able to speak right because of me. He will never be able to learn because of me. He just is not gonna thrive because of me.
Going where?
You're going to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go to school today.
Not yet.
Nope.
It's gonna be big with me.
Big like you?
Yeah.
Alright. Have we been busy lately?
No.
No? Have we been doing lots of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. What have we been doing?
It's a Christmas thing.
Getting our Christmas things.
I was playing with Star Wars.
You playing with our Star Wars Christmas things?
Yeah.
Yeah.